As far as Tua, it seems like he was limited today. They're not really giving that much explanation what he's playing. Does that affect your preparation at all?
We just don't know. So we're prepared for their offense. When you watch them, watch the tape, they run their offense, but there's a little different variations, with the two quarterbacks. They emphasize different types of plays, more with one or the other. So we'll just have to be ready for all the options.
John, we've seen Brandon Stevens play quite a bit, including filling in for DeShon earlier in the year. How is he progressing, and how prepared do you feel he is now to step into what's going to be a bigger role?
Yeah, he's I think he's going to be very prepared, and he has to be. He's going to be stepping into that bigger role, and it won't be just him. We've got other guys, that'll be a part of that too. Jimmy's been playing safety. Gino, Anthony Levine has played a lot of football here, so all those guys will be taking parts of all that process there. We brought Jordan back, and Jordan's always in the mix, so it'll be a group effort.
John, you made a point of complimenting the running backs yesterday, with Le'Veon in particular. Do you feel like there's been sort of a mutual learning process since he's been here, where you guys have sort of figured out how he can help you, and he's sort of figured out how he can help you?
Yeah, I think he's very confident. I talk to him a lot. And he's confident in the plays. I think he's excited about the offense. When he first came here, he was excited about the offense. He felt like he could fit in really well. So he was hitting those holes, man. And just talking to him this week, he knew he would. He told me that. He goes, I'm ready to go. And so, just you get in games and you go have guys play. These guys are pros. He knows how to carry the ball. We're in situations. We needed yards. He got them for us. It was good to see.
Coach, Nick Boyle hasn't been practicing. Do you think he'll be ready for Thursday?
He's been practicing well. I think he will be ready for Thursday. We'll just have to see, where we go with all that stuff. So he's in the mix.
And as far as Le'Veon, I know you've had a lot of other players come through, but he's one of the players you went against for so many years. Early on when he first came here, did it feel a little strange because this is a guy that you had prepared against, twice a year for so many years?
Well, him and Alejandro both, when they both got here. So, but not, you would think, but it really hasn't been. They're when they get here, they're Ravens. They're into it. They're part of the team. These guys are, like I said, pros, and I think they're enjoying being here, and we're enjoying having them, and they're playing good football.
Coach, the Vikings yesterday, the common factor amongst the defense at least was that you guys wore them down in the second half. Is that something that having that identity, is that something that gives you the ability to be a little bit more patient when the game doesn't start your way, knowing that you want to wear teams down, hopefully to win in the second half?
Yeah, I think that's a good point. We did stay patient. Even though we were behind, I felt we did a good job of staying patient. It helped us to get that touchdown at the end of the half because we felt like that was really part of the plan, was to try to keep them on the field. And if we could keep them on the field, we thought we'd have more and more success as we went, and it turned out that way.
The Vikings added a couple more players to their COVID list today, practice squad players. Was there any concern? Did you express any concern because it seemed like their numbers were, they were having a lot more increased positive tests as the game got closer to you?
Well, we were watching it because we went through it last year, but with people being vaccinated, you have to believe it's not going to be potentially as crazy as it was last year, like in our situation. So we didn't give it too much thought, really.
John, Lamar is obviously focused on Thursday's game, but on Friday, Louisville is going to honor him, retiring his number there. 7 years ago, you had the honor of, being honored by Miami, Ohio with the Cradle of Coaches. I guess just, having put yourself in a position where, something you have done will endure. What do you think that kind of moment is going to be like for him?
I think it's going to be really meaningful for him. We were joking about it. You have to be a really good player to get your jersey retired. So they're still wearing number 8 at Miami of Ohio, right? But they're not wearing number 8 at Louisville. So there you go. That's the difference. But we both wore number 8. But he's just great. He's just a great guy and such a humble guy. Hey, he was really surprised by it, wasn't he? When you guys saw it, it was really kind of cool to see. So, congratulations to him and Louisville for believing in him. And it's neat. Happy for him.
John, I know you always try to pace yourself on the short week as much as possible, not doing as much as you would during normal weeks. With the high number, especially on offensive snaps, do you try to even decrease as much, even more? I don't know if you can, or does that even factor into anything?
Well, yeah. We had chairs out for the early walkthrough, I can tell you that. So guys were sitting behind the early walkthrough. We normally make them stand, so that was our one concession today.
I think one guy was on medicine ball.
Yeah, you're right.
John, Jimmy Smith only played one defensive snap yesterday. Was that just a factor of matchups, and would you expect him to have a bigger role in games down the line?
I always expect him to play more than that. You know, I think it just kind of worked out that way with the personnel groups that we ended up calling based on what they were putting on the field. So, be a good question for Wink. You know, I think when he comes up here, but we always plan on him playing more than that. So, we'll see where it goes.
How pleased were you to see the yards after catch for the wide receivers yesterday? Marquise had a ton of them. It just seems like that was something that group kind of showed a lot of yesterday.
Really big deal. You know, we've been talking a lot about it. Those guys are determined to catch and get upfield, make the most of their opportunities to gain yards, and I think we're getting better and better at that every week.
All right. Cool.
No, thanks.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.